It's something we all do, if we're lucky, getting older. Time not to look at aging as slowing down, though, but actually thriving. David Kravitz and Larry Wolf, they're authors of the book Super Aging, Getting Older Without Getting Old. We had a chance to speak with them. Check this out. David Kravitz, Larry Wolf, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Authors of the book Super Aging, Getting Older Without Getting Old. Where did the idea for this come from?
Well, we've been tracking this. We're both actually former ad guys who watch consumer behavior and what's going on in the market. I've written 2 previous books about the reinvention of aging by the baby boomers. So we've been watching this as a kind of a behavioral phenomenon. We're not scientists, we're not doctors, we're not exercise gurus, but we've been watching how people are acting younger, led by the boomers, and living longer. And now longevity has added to it, so that people want to behave as if they're younger, but now they can live a lot longer. So you put those 2 together and you get super aging.
And so it kind of seems like the default age, if you will, for the general population to start slowing down might be around 65. But according to you two, that's when things really start getting fun.
That's right.
Exactly. I mean, your 70s, 80s, 90s can be some of the best years of your life. And the idea of super aging is really to amplify longevity with quality of life. So your later years are really as exciting as your earlier years, perhaps a little different, but still a time of great opportunity for fulfillment, for a lot of exciting things to happen, for a lot of achievement. I mean, just to have the same sort of great life in your later years that you had in your earlier years.
David, your title has the word super aging in it. Can you explain that?
Super aging, and you mentioned in your previous question, default aging, and that was you're 65, you got 10 years to go. The best you're going to do is manage those 10 years, 12 years, pain-free, maybe we hope, to the finish line, and that's the best you can do. There's no time to do anything new. There's no time to do anything different. Super aging starts with the premise that at 65, oh my goodness, you might have 20 years, 30 years. The fastest growing age group are centenarians, for heaven's sake. What are you going to do with all that time? So of course, diet is important, fitness is important, health is important, but it's wider than that. It's broader than that. It's an attitude that says, I am perfectly positioned to achieve new things, to learn new things, to really make this a dynamic part of my life, not just a survival part of my life. And that shift in attitude from surviving to thriving is what characterizes super aging.
And you've actually broken this down into 7 components, your 7 A's. What are these, and how can someone put this to use in their lives?
Well, the first and most critical A is attitude. And we give people methodologies, a working plan really to create a positive attitude. You need to believe that aging well and living longer is possible, and then we tell you what sort of perceptual orientation you need to do. You need to do that. The second is awareness. No matter what your medical issues are as you get older, there's just an incredible amount of breakthrough medical research going on. There's work at Harvard where I think Sinclair is reversing the aging of cells and restoring cells in mice to their youthful vigor. And this is just one example, really, of dozens of exciting things that are happening. So you need to have a system for organizing information. You need to be aware of what's happening in your environment. Thirdly, activity. All of the basic diet and exercise rules are really important, and there's a lot of very good books that cover that. But beyond a proper diet and exercise routine, you need to take control of your own health care. You need to have really a plan for managing your whole life. So, and you need to work in your mental health as well as your physical health. And again, we give you a methodology. We help you, sort of pick the right paths. Next, accomplishment. There's a wonderful article on our website about advice from a 100-year-old doctor who, believe it or not, is still practicing. And what he says is retirement is the enemy of longevity. So whether you're continuing your career, whether you're beginning a new career, whether you're doing volunteer work, whether you're teaching, it's just critical to continue achieving, accomplishing things. Next, autonomy is very critical. If you're going to live longer, you have to plan for it, both financially and physically. And so much is going on with AI, in many, many areas that really there's going to be no reason why people can't age well at home, no matter what their physical issues. Critically, also, our attachments. Relationships are the key to so many things. You need friends, family, relationships. Relationships are nurturing, they're expanding your relationships as you age is an important thing to do. And lastly, is avoidance. What should you avoid? There's so much ageism in the world. Being over 80, I encounter that in so many situations. So you really, want to avoid ageism in a lot of areas. And also, there are many scams out there. So again, we outline some of the things you need to do in these areas, and that, I think, covers the bare bones of the 7 A's.
David, where can people pick this up?
The book is available at all major online and offline. It'll be in all the bookstores. And we also, if we could, would direct people to superaging.info, which is our website, where we're hoping to build a community of superagers and keep you up to date with new information as it comes along. So superaging.info would be a good place to start.
All right. Thank you both for speaking to us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting us.